get their biggest and strongest, they call them bucks, and they would fight them against the other plantation's buck, and they would fight to the death, you know. And he was saying that may be some of the inheritance that we have inherited from slavery, where that we don't love. We was taught to hate one another.
Yeah,
and
right.
I agreed with him to some extent, but I said, well, like, first of all, okay, we can love one another. We can. But we have to embrace Jesus
That's
first.
right. That's right.
He's real.
Yes,
And
he
if we
is.
embrace him, we learn how to love ourselves.
That's right.
You have to love yourselves before you can love your brother or your sister.
That's right.
And when you love your brother and your sister, then you can love one another.
Yes.
And when you can, when you can love yourself, you can love one
Everybody
another.
else.
And,
right.
and it would be so painful and hurtful for you to do any harm to your brother
That's
or your
right.
sister.
That's right.
Going back to the mental illness, either woman or man, if you don't love yourself, you cannot be, you cannot be able to have
A relationship.
and the capability of cope with your mental illness. You cannot get better if you don't feel, the need of loving yourself and get better.
Yeah, and
That's right.
I would say, I just want to add, one of the most detrimental things that's happened, especially in the African American community, was the breakup of our families by so many means. Slavery, they were sending people's kids away.
That's
and then
right. That's
when
right.
it came time for us to be free, then black men had problems getting jobs and taking care of their families.
That's right.
And I think that they suffered that shame. Studies show that your family, if you have a happy family, that's one of the best ways for you to be happy.
That's
Yes.
right.
So work on loving your family unconditionally, fostering those connections, having those type of experiences. And I think we really need to get back to building strong families.
You're
Nurturing.
right. You're
And
right.
that creates love for yourself. When your
Yeah.
family, you get that love from your family, it
Amen.
kind of trickles down to you.
Yes.
In the
Amen.
sense that when you go out, you're
You're
going to
right.
learn how to treat your wife
Yes.
better. You're going to have to treat your children better if you getting that unadulterated love from your family.
Exactly.
Amen.
And nurturing is the base of every kind of relationship.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So, there are some organizations out there that can help you. And Keita, do you have some of them written down? Or
I don't know if I have any written down, but we can put some. I can put some on the video after.
And actually, there is a new application in Google when someone is trying to look for any type of suicidal
Yeah.
or any thought suicidal. When they type it on Google, it takes you immediately, because I approved it yesterday trying to do my research.
Yeah.
It takes you immediately to all of the organizations anti-suicide, people that will actually that's qualified to help you to go through this process.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely always get a list of local therapists and psychologists and counselors at the American Psychology Association website. A counselor, a coach, a therapist, a pastor, get you a book,
Yes.
get you some kind of help, get
Yes.
you somebody to talk to.
that's right.
The
that's
line of
that's the
awareness
most
too.
important thing.
Yeah.
The line of suicidal awareness, it's just right there on Google. Just
Yeah.
pronounce
And
it, put it there.
Talk to Jesus first.
Talk.
Yes.
From
They
your heart.
have
Get a relationship with him.
They
a
have a-
personal relationship with him.
Yeah, people, we tend to forget about Jesus when life is going perfectly for us. But when things get ugly, that's when we remember He's up there. And that's wrong. We need to remember He's up there every day.
They have, I think your son went to that at one point. They have a school that they started several years ago in West Louisville that mentors young men. They come to this classes with their suit and tie on. They teach them about love one another. They teach them about quality of education. A lot of them end up going to school,
Yeah,
college
that
and
is
stuff.
really good.
And I think they have a few more.
That's great.
But it's not enough. It's
Yeah.
only so many
That's
can
right.
get in.
Yeah.
You talk about the Harlan boys boys choir that is very respected, and all over the nation, there are small bands of these type of schools and mentor to young people, young women, and we don't have enough of it, and that's why I believe that a lot of our young people end up going by the wayside because they are beginning to follow those peers that
That's
this
right.
ugly relationship that starts in middle school, really.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
our parents sent us to all black schools.
Exactly.
Remember, we stayed on campus and we was there from 13 on till
We learned the
graduated.
national
And I-
Anthony and national anthem and all that.
Yeah, but the thing about that, they taught us how to care about who we were.
Exactly.
They taught us that black is beautiful
Amen.
and that we are somebody and we have opportunities. And this is very important. I was so upset when my parents first sent me there. But the reason, I didn't want to leave home. But once I got there and realized just what opportunity it was for me, and just about everybody that I know that graduated from there, they have businesses. They are very well. They got it going on. But so much for this. I got to tell you about our popular demand person, Jerry.
Thank you for that introduction.
And I know he's got some stuff to tell us because U of L beat Duke.
Yes,
I
we
cannot
did. We
believe
did.
that.
We did. I want to run by that real quick. But first, I would like to, as we're talking about relationships, mental stuff, and the black experiences, this type of thing, congratulations to the first African-American black quarterback to win the Super Bowl in 1988. Doug Williams
Wow.
was named general manager of the Washington Redskins.
Wow.
He is one of
Right.
only two general managers at this particular time that are general managers of an NFL National Football League team. One in Miami, his name is Chris. I think his name is Reese or something like that. The last name, but his first name is Chris. But it was 7, and it's the old adage, and I'm not being racist or anything because I think that's the ugliest thing in the world.
Yes,
but
it is.
but we are still go to that last hired, first fired. So I mean, it still happens that way.
Yeah.
And to make it quick, 84% of the National Football followings, people that follow them, are Caucasians, white. But 70% of the players are black.
Right.
But
right.
only 2 general managers, and only at the present time, only 3 men of color are coaches. Something wrong with them figures. And then also in the NBA, it's a little better because they make up 75% of the players that play in the league, but they do have 9 coaches in the NBA.
Right.
Let me run into Louisville right quick. They had a beautiful win yesterday against their arch rival and the powerful Duke Blue Devils
And
on
they
the road
went 3
in
in the
Durham,
nation.
North Carolina.
Right.
And our hometown boy, David Johnson, was the star of the show. All the boys played well. Malik Williams from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Dwayne Sutton from Louisville, Kentucky. All the players, I can't name them all, but they all played a pivotal role in defeating Duke 79-73.
And Duke was 3rd in the nation.
Exactly. And let me make another comment on our nephew, our great nephew, D'Angelo Russell,
Right,
out of the
right.
the Golden State Warriors without some of their better players, but they won about 11 games and 12 games, and they won last night. And out of the 12 games they won, he's averaged 26 points a game.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we are proud of that. And this is it from Jerry's Sports Report. We'll come back to you. Maybe somebody have a few comments right quick.
Well, I want to say that we want to give a shout out to the people in Burkesville, Kentucky that are watching us.
Yes.
That are keeping up with us, and people in Louisville and different areas a lot of the people out of the country of work. We want to give a shout out to all of you.
Yeah, our hometown, Burkesville. We love
Yes.
you down there in Burkesville.
Right.
I tell you, we really do. And all the people in that radio audience in Kentucky and around the world that may be listening, God bless you and have a
Next
great
week.
day.
Our friends in Atlanta, you guys were telling me to talk about mental illness, and our host actually prepared a great show today.
Well, what I'd like to do is give you next week. You can call in. The number is 502-603-3041. If you want to talk to either one of us, you can call in. So, and you can also send your information if you have a question for any of us. Do you have to know magazine at gmail.com. So don't forget, we love you.
Yeah, have a great day. Great topic.
Thank you for listening to You Have to Know Entertainment Magazine radio show. Your source for sports, news, entertainment, and fashion every Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
Because the lady gotta come in.
You Have to Know Magazine at gmail.com or call us at 502-690-8577.
You know they're cheating us about 5 minutes of our show. Kim never comes every time.
We gonna get it together.
Yeah,
I promise.
that's not